Hello everyone, welcome back to Remind, knowledge sharing channel self-development through good books. This week, I want to share with you an incredibly valuable book.
Today, I'd love to share with you a powerful and surprisingly practical book about how to invest, allocate, and optimize your time in a way that truly upgrades your quality of life and deepens your sense of happiness. The book is Happier Hour by Cassie Holmes, and I like to think of it as a guide to creating your own golden hours of happiness each day. Holmes is not just offering motivational slogans. She's a social psychologist and a professor who has spent years studying time, happiness, and life satisfaction. What she discovered is both simple and radical. Your happiness is less about how much time you have and much more about how you experience and use the time you already have. Let's walk through the core ideas of the book together. Part 1. Does having more free time really make us happier? There's a nagging question many of us carry around quietly. If I had more free time, would I finally be happy? On the surface, it sounds obvious. Of course, more free time should make us happier. But when we examine real lives in the modern world, the picture becomes much more complicated. Think about how often this thought shows up in your own life. I don't have enough time to finish all these deadlines. I don't have time for myself. I don't have time to do what I really love. I don't have time to exercise, read, rest, or do what I promised myself I'd do. And so each day passes in a blur of pressure, irritation, exhaustion, and self-blame. We keep telling ourselves, just work harder now, make more money. One day, I'll finally have the free time to enjoy my life. Cassie Holmes has a name for this experience: time poverty. What is time poverty? Time poverty doesn't simply mean you objectively don't have enough hours. It's more subtle and more dangerous than that. Time poverty is a subjective state. You feel like you don't have enough time for what truly matters to you, even if, on paper, you do have free time. Time, unlike money, is always experienced through emotion and perception. 5 minutes can feel like an eternity or like a heartbeat. If you're waiting in a long line, 5 minutes can feel endless. If you're saying goodbye to someone you love at the airport, 5 minutes can vanish like a single breath. So not having enough time is often less about clock time and more about how you experience and control your time. Where time poverty comes from. Holmes' research and real-life examples point to a few major roots of time poverty. 1. Loss of control over your time. You feel that your day is ruled by obligations and demands that you did not freely choose. Oh, endless meetings at work, many of which don't matter to you. Oh, household duties that swallow entire evenings. Oh, caregiving responsibilities that leave no room for your own needs or dreams. Think of, office workers who spend 3 to 4 hours a day in meetings, 20 hours a week, while 40% of those meetings don't really relate to their core work. Oh, parents or caregivers who spend nearly 8 hours a day cooking, cleaning, driving, and caring for others, with no energy left to pursue things that nourish their own soul. Oh, modern working women and men who do a full day at the office, then come home to a second shift, cooking, dishes, homework, emotional support. In all these cases, life starts to feel like a conveyor belt. You're moving, but you're not steering. 2. Low quality free time. Even when people technically have free time, the quality of that time is often poor. Maybe, your body is home, but your mind is still stuck at work, worrying about unfinished tasks, replaying conversations, or stressing about tomorrow. Or you collapse into passive entertainment, scrolling social media, binge-watching videos, playing games for hours. You escape, but don't truly restore. Afterward, you don't feel nourished, refreshed, or alive. You feel dull, guilty, or strangely empty, as if your time just dissolved. 3. A mismatch between time and values. This is the deepest layer. Some people spend 60% of their waking time doing work they actively hate or find meaningless. Day after day, their time is invested in something that feels disconnected from their values, passions, or sense of purpose. When your time and your values are out of sync, it's almost impossible to feel truly fulfilled. No matter how busy or productive you are, the cost of staying time poor when someone stays in a state of time poverty for too long, a quiet but powerful spiral begins. Physical health declines, higher risk of weight gain, and blood pressure issues, of blood sugar problems, sleep disturbances, weaker immunity. Mental health deteriorates. The brain under constant pressure starts to magnify risks and worst-case scenarios. You begin to see yourself as failing, as behind, as never enough. This fuels procrastination and avoidance. Why try if I'm always out of time? Relationships suffer. A person who has no time for themselves has even less to give others. Emotional presence disappears. Conversations become shallow. Everyone feels less seen, less held, less important. Life feels meaningless. One of the most painful outcomes is the feeling, I'm not really living, I'm just getting through my days. And so the question returns, if I just had more free time, would everything finally get better? The surprising truth, more free time is not always better. Cassie Holmes didn't want to answer this question with guesswork. As a researcher, she decided to test it with data. She and her colleagues conducted large-scale surveys and diary studies with tens of thousands of Americans. Participants recorded their daily activities and rated their life satisfaction and emotional states. The results were fascinating. People with too little free time, less than about 2 hours per day, had significantly lower life satisfaction. That part isn't surprising. But people with too much free time, more than about 5 hours per day, also didn't feel happier. Many felt bored, aimless, and empty. With too much free time, people often drift into passive screen time, mindless entertainment, activities that don't feel meaningful or productive. The time is free, but it doesn't feel valuable. So Holmes's conclusion is clear. The goal is not to have endless free time. The goal is to shape the time you already have, so more of it becomes rich, meaningful, and truly yours. As one quote beautifully puts it, the way your day passes is the way your life passes. If your days are filled with distraction and exhaustion, your life will quietly take on that same tone. But if you learn to structure your time around what matters, your days, and therefore your life, begin to change. This is where the book becomes deeply practical. Part 2, Shaping Your Time. What truly deserves your hours? Before you can transform your time, you have to see it clearly. Most people care. 2. Neutral or boring time, halfway there. These can split into 2 subtypes. Meaningful but less fun, going to work that you don't love, but that pays the bills. Teaching your kids, helping with homework. Cooking for your family when you're tired. Fun but not very meaningful, eating treats just for pleasure. Watching TV shows purely for distraction. These aren't necessarily bad, but if your life is mostly made of these hours, it can start to feel flat. 3. Wasted time, neither joyful nor meaningful. These are the black holes. Mindlessly scrolling your phone until you feel numb. Getting lost in content that doesn't inspire, educate, or connect, just fills space. Commutes or errands that drain you and feel utterly pointless. Repeatedly checking emails or apps for no real reason. Again, there's no moral judgment here. We all have these moments. The key is to notice them, then gradually shrink this category and expand your happy time. The only way to do that sustainably is with strategy. Part 3, 5 strategies to make your time truly yours. Now we move from understanding to action. Holmes offers several practical strategies. Let's explore 5 of them. Already 1, say strategy, lock in your time blocking with respect. Locking in your time means this. When you decide that a block of time will serve something important, you protect it as fiercely as you would protect a doctor's appointment, an exam, or a flight. Most people protect other people's time demands better than they protect their own priorities. That's why days slip away in regret. I wanted to write, but something came up. I planned to work out, but work spilled over. I meant to call my parents, but I got lost in email. Locking in your time means identifying your core values and projects, then assigning them specific, non-negotiable time blocks. For example, if your mind is sharpest in the morning, reserve that time for deep work, learning, creating, solving hard problems. Use lower energy afternoon hours for emails, admin tasks, and meetings that don't require your best self. If your current job isn't yet aligned with your deepest passion, you can still protect a sacred slice of time as your personal treasure. Go to bed a bit earlier. Wake up 45 to 60 minutes earlier than usual. Use that small window to move toward the life you want. Learn a new skill. Read deeply. Practice a language. Work on a side project. Meditate, journal, or exercise gently. It might seem small, but over months and years, that protected hour becomes a powerful investment in your future. Think of these blocks as appointments with your future self. You don't skip them, you don't casually give them away. The way you guard these golden hours is a reflection of how much you value your own life. 2. Strategy. Savor each second you've chosen. Once you've locked in a time block for something that matters, the next challenge is being fully there. One of the biggest thieves of presence is, unsurprisingly, the smartphone. You've probably experienced this. You decide to read for 30 minutes before bed. Your phone buzzes. You think, I'll just check quickly. 40 minutes later, you are deep into reels, posts, or random videos. The book is untouched. The night is gone. In moments like this, it's not that you truly didn't have time. It's that your attention, your most precious internal resource, was quietly hijacked. Savoring time means when you are in your chosen moment, you remain in that moment. Practical ways to support this. Keep your phone out of reach during your golden hours, in a drawer, another room, or at least out of arm's reach and face down. Create tech-free zones in your day. The first 30 minutes after waking. The last 60 minutes before sleep. These tech-free pockets act like psychological reset buttons. They allow your mind to meet your own life directly without constant digital interference. You can also use a simple interrupt ritual, like the 5-second rule. Whenever your hand automatically reaches for your phone, pause and ask, is this helping me enjoy or enrich the moment I'm in? Or is it stealing time I'll never get back? That tiny pause is often enough to bring you back to intention. Another tool is the interruption journal. Every time you break your focus to do something else, check your phone, open another tab, wander to the fridge, quickly jot down, I interrupted myself at 10:15 because at the end of the day or week, review your notes. You'll start to see patterns: boredom, anxiety, habit, avoidance. Once you see clearly why you're fleeing the present moment, you can choose healthier ways to respond. 3. Strategy. Reduce wasted and draining time. There will always be tasks we don't enjoy but can't fully avoid. Cleaning, commuting, errands, paperwork. Holmes suggests 2 main approaches here. A. Delegate when you can. In one study, researchers asked thousands of people in the US, Denmark, and Canada, Would you pay money to have someone help with tasks you dislike, like cleaning or shopping? Two-thirds said they never did that, even though most had the financial ability to do so. What they often didn't realize is that spending money to buy back some of your time can significantly boost your overall happiness. This doesn't mean outsourcing everything. It means being strategic. Maybe you hire a cleaner once a week or twice a month. Maybe you invest in a dishwasher, a robot vacuum, or meal delivery once in a while. That freed time becomes space to rest deeply, spend real attentive time with loved ones, work on something meaningful to you. It's not just a financial decision, it's a happiness investment. B. Pairing, bundling the unpleasant with the pleasant. When delegation is impossible, another option is to pair a less pleasant task with something enjoyable. Listening to music while washing dishes, enjoying a favorite podcast while folding laundry, calling a friend while walking to the store. Research shows that pairing a disliked activity with a liked one can make the experience much more tolerable. However, be mindful. If both activities require serious mental focus, e.g., deep podcast plus tasks needing attention, multitasking can reduce the quality of both. In the long run, it's still better to practice mindfulness, doing one thing at a time, fully present. Another powerful way to reduce draining time is to simplify your environment and lifestyle. Own fewer objects, less cleaning, organizing, searching. Structure your space so everything has a clear place and purpose. When your environment is lighter, your tasks become lighter too, and suddenly more room appears for what actually matters. Commute time and life design. If you use public transportation, your commute can sometimes be transformed into hidden golden hours. Reading, listening to educational content, practicing a language, planning your week. But if you drive on a motorbike or in a car, especially in traffic-heavy cities, this becomes harder. If a long commute leaves you exhausted every single day, it might be time to consider a deeper change. What Naval Ravikant, often called the happy billionaire, would call life design. Can you move closer to your workplace? Can you find work closer to home or remote work? Can you restructure your schedule to avoid peak hours? Where you live and work is not just a logistical choice. It is a happiness and time decision at the most fundamental level. In the meantime, even on existing commutes, you can reclaim some presence. Notice your surroundings instead of disappearing into thought loops. Use the time to gently reflect, breathe, and come back to your body. Being truly present, even during boring moments, turns them into high-quality time rather than emotionally wasted hours. 4. Strategy. Reframe how you see your work. Not everyone has the luxury of immediately switching to a dream job, but almost everyone has the power to change the meaning they give to their current work. Holmes shares the story of Candace, a cleaning staff member in a cancer treatment center. Her job was to clean rooms and bathrooms where patients undergoing chemotherapy often vomited due to side effects. The work was physically unpleasant and emotionally heavy. Most employees in this role lasted about a year. Candace, however, had been there for over a decade, and she described her work as deeply meaningful. Why? Because she reframed her role. She didn't see herself as just a cleaner. She chose to see herself as someone who creates a clean, safe, dignified environment for patients facing one of the hardest battles of their lives. Offers small moments of comfort and kindness. Fresh towels, a glass of water, a gentle word, a smile. Helps doctors and nurses by keeping everything in order so they can focus more fully on care. In her own words, the hospital became for her a house of hope. By shifting the story she told herself about her job, she increased her own happiness. increased her sense of purpose and pride, likely improved the experience of patients and colleagues around her. Every job has its frustrations and dark corners, but many jobs also have hidden opportunities for service, creativity, growth, impact. Reframing doesn't mean lying to yourself. It means asking, whom does my work ultimately help? What would be worse if I stopped showing up? What values can I choose to embody through the way I do this job? Kindness, excellence, patience, integrity. When you find a deeper why, even a repetitive or difficult task can become part of a meaningful life narrative. 5. Strategy. Leave white space in your life. Open any beautiful painting or well-designed poster. You'll notice something. Not every inch is filled. There is white space, empty areas that allow the important elements to breathe, to stand out, to be felt. Your schedule needs white space too. A common mistake in time management is trying to pack every minute with productivity or usefulness. A life scheduled like a solid block has no room for reflection, spontaneity, recovery, serendipity. Holmes suggests deliberately leaving gaps in your calendar, 30 to 60 minutes a day or a few longer pockets each week. In these pockets, you do nothing structured. Sit in silence. Reflect on your choices, your direction, your relationships, or simply allow yourself to follow a gentle impulse, a walk, a short creative activity, a small joy. These white spaces act as emotional shock absorbers. They absorb stress. They allow you to reset your nervous system, integrate your experiences, hear your own thoughts more clearly. You can also use some of these white spaces for small, intentional pleasures. Listening to a favorite song, making a cup of tea and truly savoring it, playing a short game, doing something playful or creative for no other reason than it makes me feel alive. The key is not to let these become endless escapes, but to let them serve as short, conscious refuelings. This creates a healthy rhythm. Focus, white space. Focus, white space. And that rhythm is far more sustainable than relentless hustle or constant collapse. Final thoughts. Seeing time from a bird's eye view. The philosopher Seneca once wrote, "Life is long enough if you know how to use it." Holmes's work echoes this deeply. Most of us live at ground level, chasing tasks, reacting to messages, racing from commitment to commitment. From that position, it's hard to see anything clearly. But imagine rising up like a bird and looking at your life from above, not in hours or days, but in decades. Research suggests that people who think in long time frames, who ask, what kind of life do I want over the next 10 to 20 years? Instead of only how do I survive this week, tend to feel happier and more fulfilled. This long view tells you, you don't have to get everything right immediately. You don't need to fix your entire life this month. Choosing the wrong major, the wrong yaw, or pressing pause on a passion for a few years doesn't mean you're lost forever. Your life is a book, not a single page. Each chapter can have a different flavor, purpose, and lesson. What Holmes invites us to do is use time tracking and emotional reflection to discover what truly matters. Allocate more of our hours to those people, activities, and values. Gradually reduce the hours that drain us or leave us feeling empty. Build happier hours into our weeks by design, not by accident. When you start doing this, your relationship with time transforms. You stop asking only, should I do this? You start asking, when will I do this? And how can I protect that time? And then, most importantly, you begin. In the end, the message of Happier Hour is profoundly simple. The happiness of your entire life depends, to a large extent, on how you use the hours of your days. The time you spend today is the frequency you send out into the universe. Over months and years, the universe answers with experiences, relationships, and opportunities that resonate with that frequency. If you fill your time with distraction, numbness, and avoidance, your life will echo those choices. If you fill your time bit by bit with presence, meaning, and love, your life will gradually reflect that too. So as you move forward from here, may you track your time with honesty, guard your golden hours with courage, savor the moments you've chosen, lighten the load of wasted time, reframe your work with purpose, and leave enough white space for your soul to breathe. May you act fully in each important moment and write chapters of your life that you can look back on without regret.